It's a Saturday afternoon in Auckland, and we find Dunedin band Soaked Oats celebrating the release of their debut album, Working Title, with a performance outside of Flying Out Records. Now let's go inside and chat to Oscar and Henry and find out what makes Soaked Oats so tasty.
It's been a big couple of weeks actually.
Right.
So we played last night before last in Melbourne.
Right.
And it was like a kind of throw together album release show, and before that for a week we've been working on our next record in Quarantine Island in Dunedin.
Right.
Which is in between the two heads. Ish, not really. So it's been a big couple of weeks.
Okay.
But that show was really nice. I thought we were going to be performing to like 5 people, and it was a nice crowd.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And sounded good.
Yeah.
A lot of relief getting it out. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Well, because you guys have been around for like at least 5 years, right? As a band before finally putting out your first album.
Yeah.
What's the reason that you have for doing that?
Man, I mean, 2 of those years were a bit of a blip, you know.
Yeah. That's true. Well, okay, we'll make it 3.
Thanks. I think it took us a long time to figure out what we were trying to do.
Okay.
And what we were trying to put out and how to do it. Like for me, this is the first band I've ever been in, and it was the first time I've ever sung and
Really?
play guitar and do the whole thing. So it took us a while to learn how to write a song and be a band and be together and do that whole thing.
All right. And did you guys actually talk about what you wanted to sound like and where you were at, or did you just kind of?
I think it just kind of happened.
Work it out.
Yeah, it just kind of happened.
There's definitely a bit more. I think now we're at a point where we are perhaps verbalizing to each other maybe a little bit more of like the kind of songs we want to make, which is good. It's good to talk.
So as an old guy, for me, hearing the record, I'm hearing kind of a laid-back, Velvet Underground-y, Pink Floyd-y thing going on. But because I'm of a certain age, everything sounds like that to me. So what about you guys? Where do you draw your influences?
For this record, there's definitely a part of this of this being. I really wanted to do my best at writing for this as far as words were concerned, and so this to me in some ways is kind of like the final iteration of this kind of songwriter journey. And now I feel like, not that we might come back to this, I don't know, but we're now making music that is we're creating together as a band from nothing, and it's a lot more intuited and a lot more like reactive and responsive, and not a whole lot of like that going on.
Gotcha.
So this was a lot of that going on, to the point of where it became kind of surgical. Like I would rewrite.
Worried about overthinking it?
I definitely overthought it. Like I rewrote so many verses over and over. Yeah, totally. And I'm proud of it because I wanted to do that. Right. And I wanted it to be a strong marriage of song and of music and poetry, you know. But you can dissociate from the song after a while of doing that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, one song I wanted to touch on a little bit was Something.
Well, how many people don't question their word, and like a child only want to be heard, or to say something.
That word and the 2 ways that can be interpreted. Capital S something. We all want to be something. You want to be someone. I want to be someone. But you're someone. We're all someone. We're all something.
Everybody wants to be heard and be taken seriously.
For sure.
Yeah. Which kind of, I don't know if you want to talk about this, but when you were out there was a guy out there that was kind of possibly wanting to draw some attention to himself as well, and I was very impressed with the way you dealt with it. So what was kind of going through your head when that had you run into that before?
That guy was lovely.
Yeah.
He was just dancing. But people who maybe want to have their moment in the sun and otherwise kind of like, you know, people who want to have their moment in the spotlight when all the spotlights are on us on stage or something, it can be, I've gone through many phases of trying different things, and now I just kind of let it happen.
Right.
And so it's like, I'll dance with them. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so the record's out. You've done the thing in the street.
Yeah.
What's next? You say you're working on the next record already, but are you have some shows coming up as well, right?
We'll be touring this record in March.
March, right.
With a bigger band. Just like some of the people who feature on the album, and Tom Healy, who produced it, he'll come along. Yeah, we're kind of going to take it easy performance-wise until that point, just because we want the shows to be special.
Cool.
A lot of probably sleeping.
Yep.
And walking and swimming and yeah,
letting it breathe, eh?
let it breathe for a bit for sure. Yeah, and then number 2, we'll see how that one.
And is it important to you what other people, you get feedback from fans, what they think of the songs, what they think of the music? Or is it is what it is and everybody can kind of take it as they want?
I mean, yeah.
That's
the ideal.
Just
right?
answered my question.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens. All right. Very good. All right. Well, I'll put you out of your misery here. Thank you very much for taking a little time to talk to me after that.
Of course,
and,
man.
Good luck with the record, and we'll see you in March, I guess.
Yeah.